Hey guys, how you doing? It's KJ here from the Scariest Movie Ever. Got a video here for you I'm pretty excited about because it covers one of my favorite subjects, and that's the idea of the fallen angel spirits still here among us but manipulating us through mass media. This happens quite a bit, and I've covered this subject many times before. If you're not familiar with my work or my channel, please check out my channel and check out the section on alien demon deception. Because this is what we're in for, guys. We're in a huge spiritual battle, and we definitely get pieces of the puzzle from time to time, and oftentimes they'll come up in popular forms of media: movies, TV shows, advertisements, whatever, music videos. Well, here we have a new movie called Lucy, and this is with Scarlett Johansson, and the trailer alone covers a lot of the subjects I've been covering for the last couple of years. This is why I wanted to make the video and show it to you. So I couldn't upload the entire trailer. You can just go watch it online if you like. And I'm going to show you a few bits that I kind of pulled that I thought were really interesting. This is real. This is what's going on, guys. These watchers, they work through media. And I'm going to show you. You can actually find one of them in this trailer. They look like the gray aliens is what we're told, right? Well, I believe that those are the fallen angel spirits. Which are different from demons. There's all kinds of different levels to the spiritual battles taking place. We're just going to focus on these guys right now. So this movie is total propaganda. It's definitely out there going to be preparing people to take the mark of the beast. I've done some videos on that subject as well. The last one I did is called Mark of the Beast Will Give You Superpowers. And it was from a TED conference, which these are considered some of the greatest minds out there in a lot of different places, particularly science. But TED, I can't remember the lady's name, but she used to work for DARPA, now she's with Google, and she's on there talking about these new skin graft type tattoos that once they put them on you, essentially it's going to plug you into the internet. So you can use these vitamins, which are going to somehow authenticate you, and you can actually access internet, your phone, whatever, just by your own body. It will be a superpower. I know this stuff sounds pretty fantastical, but these are the days we're in, and this is nothing. I think there's going to be some really wild things coming, so buckle up. But so that's what we got there, guys, and that's what this movie's all about. Lucy, with Scarlett Johansson. The idea is, from the trailer at least, she's just a girl out at a club one night, wakes up the next day, had been knocked out or whatever, and when she wakes up, somebody had operated on her, and they put some kind of drugs inside of her and essentially make her a drug mule. They want her to make a run for them, the bad guys, whoever they are. Well, in the process, she gets hit, something goes wrong, the drug gets released, and then, boom, we have the movie. And throughout it, you'll see that her intelligence starts to grow. It's kind of like that Transcendence movie that's just come out from Johnny Depp as well. Again, they throw all this stuff out around the same times as well. It's this whole idea that a human being can become more. We have unlimited potential to tap into, and they're learning ways to tap into it. So in this movie, she starts really tapping into it. And I'm going to show you some very interesting things that happen once she taps into it. And it just goes to show how she becomes basically godlike, kind of like Johnny Depp in Transcendence. And all this has to do with transhumanism as well. That's another subject, if you're not familiar with, please research it and check it out. DARPA is a fascinating group to look into with that as well. Anyway, let's just get started. So I want to show you some things. Before I make videos, I like to get confirmations so I know that I'm not just kind of seeing one symbol somewhere and being, oh, okay, that's Illuminati or that's this. We need confirmations, and there's plenty of them in this movie right here. So I'm going to show you the scene right here. It happens pretty quick, but let's check this out. This is kind of like the godlike powers she gets, and she can just kind of move time and all kinds of stuff like that, right? And right here, I thought it was interesting because another one of her abilities becomes shape-shifting. So now we're kind of covering that reptilian idea again. Now, I am not a fan of the reptilian theory that these are aliens and blah, 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 and all that stuff. I still believe that what this is, there's a few different ways to look at it, but these are the fallen angel spirits among us. You can look into the idea that we hold some of the devil's DNA inside of us. Jonathan Kleck's really big on that we're kind of a combination of the two, of the seed of God and the seed of the devil. And that's kind of what all this stuff plays into as well. After she gets this miracle drug or whatever, she's able to shapeshift now. She becomes smarter. At one point, she even says that any part of me left that's human, I can feel is going away. So there's a little glimpse right there, but boom, she kind of shapeshifts right there. And the main thing I wanted to show you right there I thought was interesting is right here on this part where she's kind of manipulating time. All these little screens here, it happens so fast, but even right there you can see too, there's one eye symbol, one eye, the Illuminati again. Tons of one eye symbols keep popping up throughout this, but the one that really blew me away is this one right here. And it took me forever to capture that. Of course, look at that huge red one eye right there on that. Huge red one eye, same frame, and then right here is one of the Watchers. Now, again, I've done a lot of videos on this. These gray aliens, I believe these are the fallen angels that are among us, the Watchers. This is why they kind of resemble, you saw Prometheus, you may have seen some of my videos on that. They resemble the aliens, if you will, from Prometheus that were trying to mix their DNA with ours. We know the story of Noah. In Noah, it talks about the fallen angels mixing their DNA with us. The Bible tells us that in the end days, it'll be like the days of Noah. So you hear all these stories about these gray aliens abducting people and conducting experiments. That's what they're doing. It's the same thing. And the fact the movie Noah just came out also plays into the times we're in. Although that movie was very much a bastardization of the Bible and of the original story, still, it gives you an idea of kind of the times we're in and where we're at. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that as well. You watch the trailer, you're going to see all these images fly by, but they throw in lots of the one eye, and then of course right there's the Watchers, which is so interesting and even creepy to me because that really is the consciousness behind these movies. Those are what's coming. Okay, they're going to be revealed. I don't know when or exactly how, but I do know it's coming. Okay, so there's that part right there. Another thing I wanted to show you I thought was interesting, just to kind of hammer in the idea here. It's this right here. So this, right after that drug is released inside of her, they do a close-up on her eye, and just check this out. That's all in the trailer right there. Do it again. So yeah, guys, back to that reptilian stuff. You know, there's so many levels of confusion in a lot of this research, but you know, this stuff is real. There are these things around us. There are these spirits that can get inside people, and sometimes it manifests in their eyes, the windows to the soul. There are some great videos out there about that. A lot of people can see this stuff around them. But then there's way more garbage than there is good stuff when it comes to these, quote, reptilian videos, which again, I don't like that that term. But if anything, you know, these are the wheat and the tares. If you're not familiar with that story, look up the story of Jesus and the wheat and the tares, how we're living among these other things, these other beings. You know, I thought that was interesting that, you know, once you start using more of your mind, this movie's telling us, and you start, you know, advancing, that this is what happens. As you can see, she is turning. She's turning over towards that side, towards the serpent side, the demon side, whatever. It's being released, and it's making her wiser and smarter and faster and stronger. And that goes back to Lucifer himself. Lucy, the name of the movie, it's no coincidence that it's short for Lucifer. But Lucifer is supposed to be the light bringer, is what the Masons and Illuminati believe, that Lucifer wanted to give us knowledge and wisdom and all this great stuff, but then that mean old God creator of ours, you know, is trying to hold it all back. That's what this movie Lucy's all about, is taking a bite of that apple, you know, of taking that knowledge the devil wants to give us, and just look at how much it makes us better and faster and stronger and blah, blah, blah. So all this stuff is conditioning. Again, it's predictive programming, social engineering. That mark is going to be a choice, and it's going to happen, I believe, in our generation. I don't know exactly when, but just be prepared, guys. And hey, guys, I want you to check this out as well. When I was talking of confirmations, I always get kind of things like this happen whenever I'm making some of my videos, but it's interesting how things kind of synchronize. So here's a new story that just came out over the last few days. Irish farmer claims to have bred goat-sheep hybrid, or a Jeep, or Geep, however you want to say that. But what was interesting about this, take a look at this little guy. There he is right there. But it is a combination of a sheep and a goat. And of course, many of us know that that's the way that we are looked at in the Bible, is that God's kids are the sheep, and then the devil's kids are the goats. It's one way to look at this as well. And I thought it was interesting that here's a story about the two finally coming together. The two halves are one, and it is a complete new being. Now, this is kind of edging on some of Jonathan Kleck's type research. Check some of his stuff out as well. I think it's very, very much mind-blowing stuff, and I've found nothing in it that I can't connect with. I think it's very interesting. But he talks a lot about this as well. You know, that we are the two halves, and of course we have a choice to make. You know, but ultimately what the wicked ones want to do is to bring us all together into this new form of human, this new humanity, the good and evil fully combined into one new being. And that RFID chip stuff, again, plugging us into that matrix, plugging us into that Borg system, that hive mind, all of us being as one. There's that synchronicity there, of course, with this story. I've made a lot of videos in the past as well on how I believe God kind of works in metaphors, and you can see that all around us in different ways. And I believe this is another one of those examples of just showing us more and more, guys, this stuff's coming out all around us, and just keep your eyes open. You can't miss it. I mean, it's hard enough for me just to keep up with it. The stuff's coming out so fast. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to share that with you. One more thing I thought was kind of funny. I just kind of went down to the bottom, and of course, boom, once again, more kind of confirmation. Some of the stories down here from The Guardian, well, I guess one of them just updated, but right here it was neither male nor female, a great victory for Nori, which is this person right here. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a man or a woman. I looked it up, and it's a transgender person. And just before I started recording this, there was a story right next to it saying that Nori says there should be basically a new category, which is third human, you know, the new human, which is going to be this combination of the male and female. So another one of those confirmations, guys. It's not just a wacky coincidence. You know, these things all line up, and that's what's happening. So wanted to share that with you as well, guys. Once again, just keep your eyes open, armor up. Spiritual battle is real and taking place, and you know, don't fall for the BS, because there's a lot coming our way. Okay, take care out there, and talk to you soon.